Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Michelle Lane, and I am the Senior Director for Community Health and Wellness here at North Kansas City Hospital. I am a nurse by license, but an absolute plant mom by heart. Many of you may not realize that there are secret remedies lurking in your garden, in your windowsill, in your spice cabinet. And more than just being tasty additives to your favorite recipes, these natural healers have the potential to provide a treasure trove of medicinal wonders. So today, what I want to discuss is the top plants I believe that you should have available to you in your home, along with uncovering their hidden powers. So we're going to have time for a few questions at the end, but I invite you to be thinking about your favorite medicinal plant that you love and adore and the qualities that it provides for you. We'll be able to share those in the chat because I think there is such an opportunity for us to be able to learn from each other. So let's go ahead and get started with my favorite medicinal plant, and that is garlic. The intense flavor for garlic has so many culinary uses and has been used as a home remedy for centuries, dating back to ancient times, due to this compound within garlic called allicin. Allicin is a sulfur-based compound that gives garlic kind of that distinct stinky rose smell that it's been known for. I love garlic because I love to use it as a natural insect repellent in my garden. Garlic's health benefits are vast. It prevents the production of angiotensin II, just like a blood pressure pill. And this is a hormone that causes blood vessels to contract and will allow your blood to flow more easily and can help lower your blood pressure medicine. Allicin has also been known to help reduce LDL. Garlic, and LDL, I mean your bad cholesterol. Garlic has antimicrobial and antiviral properties too, and it can help increase the number of virus-fighting T cells in your bloodstream, so bump up your immune system. There's a great study done in the University of Florida that found that taking aged garlic extract reduced the severity of cold and flu symptoms and helped it go away quicker. So we are definitely familiar with garlic. Most of us know that it's a very easy plant to incorporate into our diet and into our spice cabinets and also into our garden. It's very simple to grow. In the fall, you just simply plant a clover of garlic. That's it. Cover it with some mulch. And by midsummer, it's going to be ready to harvest. And then after that harvest, clean that bed out. And then you can put clover or garlic right where it was. You can plant it right back in the exact same spot. So garlic is amazing and one of the top medicinal plants that I recommend that you have in your cabinet. Another culinary delight is parsley. Parsley has kind of this peppery taste that it adds to dishes. It can be used as a garnish, but it really deserves some recognition for the health benefits because it's rich in vitamins, rich in antioxidants, and flavonoids. So parsley is rich in vitamin K, which adds to the formation of bone by boosting your osteoblast activity. So osteoblasts are what makes more bones and the structure of your bones become improved and hardened and not easily breakable. It is responsible for activating some of those proteins within your bone density and better, make adhesion of that calcium in your teeth and your bones. It can help prevent osteoporosis. It's just amazing. Parsley is fantastic. It's also rich in potassium. You may not know this, but it is required for the excretion of sodium through your urine. And actually that potassium can act as a diuretic. So parsley can have diuretic properties, which can help lower your blood pressure. It can combat fluid retention. I wear the pressure socks. Everybody knows, you get a little fluid retention when you're on your feet for a long period of time. It can also help bloating. So third final thing that parsley can do is it can boost your immunity and strengthen your immune system because it's got the vitamin A. It also has zinc in it, and it has vitamin C. So it's got these microbial properties as well as this immune fighting assassins. It can actually fight against bacteria like staph or E. coli even in some studies. It has been so effective in helping with the treatment of cold and viruses. It is easily grown in your garden. I love it. It demands hardly anything from me, just a little bit of water and sunshine. And your parsley can last for years. Just one thing to be aware of, though, with parsley is it can act as a blood thinner. So if somebody is on Coumadin, 1 cup of fresh parsley is equal to 984 milligrams of vitamin K. So totally need to be aware of this. If you are on a blood thinner, that you are making sure that you are aware that this will thicken your blood. So parsley, it's a wonderful, wonderful plant to have in your medicinal garden. And then third is sage. Sage is a silvery kind of a green leaf. It's got a woody stem, and it's perfect for culinary and medicinal additions in your home garden. It has a history of medicinal use that goes back for centuries, and it is full of surprising benefits that you may not expect to find in your spice rack. So it is really popular because of its antibacterial and wound healing properties. It's used to treat pain and also bad breath. Gargling in sage tea can sometimes be recommended for mouth wounds and can help soothe a sore throat. Sage can also help to reduce inflammation in the mouth, and it can help with gingivitis. And that is especially popular in the dentist's office. My dentist has actually recommended sage gargling as a natural healing after I've had a root canal. So wonderful. Sage has got some cognitive enhancing properties, which can improve your brain functioning and memory. Studies have shown that sage can improve a healthy person's memory functioning. In a 4-month study over a period of time with mild to moderate Alzheimer's patients, it was showed to produce significant improvement in brain functioning. And lastly, sage is a Mediterranean herb. It's really easy to grow. It's a member of the mint family and can really survive in any type of situation, indoors, outdoors, in the ground, in a pot. It's very drought tolerant. It has a long growing season. And sage can also live for many years. Sage has culinary properties that we also love. It can be used in seasoning meats and vegetables. I love it in my Thanksgiving turkey and my stuffing. I think sage just really is that chef's kiss. It's just one of those perfect medicinal plants to have on hand. Next, let's talk about thyme. Thyme has been used since ancient time. The flowers, the leaves, the oil, all are commonly used to flavor foods and can also be used with various medicinal benefits. In addition to the kitchen thyme, it can be found in different things like mouthwash has thyme in it, teas, nasal sprays. You can find it in a variety of household items. Thyme contains a chemical that is said to improve bacterial and fungal infections. The one thing that I use thyme for in my house is relieving a cough. I think that some of the research behind reducing inflammatory processes within the pulmonary system have been remarkable. So it's one of the teas that I make for my family when they have that cough, especially when they lay down and it starts to get worse. Thyme is what we get out of our cabinet, and it is a wonderful, wonderful taste and flavor. I've never met anybody who didn't like the taste, but it has wonderful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties as well that can help with skin conditions. It can help get rid of bacterial infections on the skin as well and can reduce inflammation. As a result, a lot of people with eczema typically will use a paste with thyme. One of the most active ingredients is thymol, and thymol is found in bug repellent. So you can plant that around. You can make a oil spray from it. You can boil it in a pot and have it outside with you. And it can ward away all of those evil bugs that we don't want to hang out with. They're great. They do their job, but we don't necessarily want to hang out in the back deck with them. So don't forget to use your fresh or dried thyme as a substitute for salt too. I mean, one of the things that our cardiologist recommends that thyme has this flavor profile that can mimic or be just as good as salt. So if you're taking in one of those heart healthy diets, thyme can be something that can be beneficial while you ease out of your salt intake. It is a really versatile herb. It's easy to grow. It loves warm, sunny spots, either well-drained soil or in a container. It is very drought tolerant. It can go over 2 weeks without being watered. In addition, you can also buy it anywhere. In a grocery store, it's a very common one that's used for flavoring meats and seafood and stews and all sorts of great things. So thyme is a wonderful herb to have on hand in your kitchen or bathroom. Next, let's go ahead and talk about turmeric. This is a pretty popular one. According to archaeological evidence, turmeric was first used as a spice in India about 4,000 years ago. So curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric, and that's what makes that powerful antioxidant. And it's a natural anti-inflammatory. This is not new news. It's been around in scientific studies for a long period of time. Turmeric does have kind of this warm, I would say slightly bitter taste to it, an earthy taste. It is what curry gives curry its yellow color. Curry is a popular Indian food. But turmeric has gained widespread attention for its potential health benefits. Many are really attributed to the active compound of curcumin. And some of those benefits include anti-inflammatory. It can, in studies, have been shown to release inflammation in the body, as well as an arthritis and an inflammatory bowel disease like IBS. So wonderful, wonderful plant to have. Turmeric has also been studied for the potential analgesic properties. So it has been shown in some studies to alleviate pain associated with arthritis, headaches, and menstrual cramps. So turmeric can aid in digestion. It can help with a healthy gut. It stimulates bile production, reduces gas and bloating, and soothes inflammation in that digestive tract. So there is a lot of research about turmeric. It does have some other neuroprotective properties that could improve cognitive function. But the more research we do, the more we learn that turmeric is one of those really top performers as far as anti-cancer properties and preventing the growth of cancer cells. More research, of course, is needed, but this is one that is capturing a lot of attention and very common to have in your spice cabinet. So let's discuss basil. I love basil. I am a fan. I can put basil on absolutely everything. It is, known for its role starring in Italian food, but it also is more than just a flavor enhancer. It contains powerful antioxidants and flavonoids, which can protect cells from free radicals. So these antioxidants contribute to reducing the risk of chronic diseases. It also has something called eugenol, which is an anti-inflammatory property to help alleviate inflammation in the body and can help reduce the risk of conditions like arthritis. Basil contains lots of nutrients. It's got K, C, calcium, magnesium, and all of these nutrients play a role in your cardiovascular health by helping to regulate with blood clotting. And the antioxidants in basil have contributed to heart health by reducing oxidative stress on a cellular level. So basil is easy to grow. It's wonderful for a beginning gardener. It's low maintenance. It's fast growing. It's an annual herb that can grow from a seed in like 3 weeks, super fast growing. And it can be grown in containers. Remember, though, when you are harvesting your basil, that you want to just take off the top 1/3 of the plant. You need at least 2 nodules below that to continue its growth. But I've got a basil plant that's this big that I've had for years, and it just does well. I drag it inside and outside with the winter and the summer, and probably is one of my favorite plants. So next up, for powerful medicinal plants that can help your health, is cayenne. Cayenne is a type of chili pepper, and it's known for its flat, fiery flavor and some versatility, but it really has a lot of health benefits too. It has an active compound in it that has analgesic properties that can help relieve pain. It's often used in topical creams and ointments for conditions like arthritis, neuropathy, or muscle pain. It can help aid in digestion by stimulating digestive juices that kind of help that enzyme production and get food moving through you. And so that's how it helps relieve gas. It kind of increases the contractility and motility of the bowels and can get rid of some of that bloating. It can also, according to 2 research studies I found, help with increasing your metabolism and promote fat burning, which can help with weight loss. So lastly, cayenne pepper also has been shown in studies to be beneficial to lower blood pressure and improve circulation. So it is a wonderful plant. It is high in vitamin C and beta carotene, and beta carotene is helpful with, free radicals. It is just absolutely one of the greatest plants. It is easy to grow. It can produce peppers all summer long. They're heat-loving, full sun plants. They get out there and just soak it up, and they can grow to be almost 2 feet tall. Make sure that, you harvest your peppers when they're at their full size and color. And you can pick them when they're green, or you can just wait until they're red. And when they're red, they're a little bit hotter. But I do have a cayenne pepper plant in my garden, and I absolutely love it. One of the things that helps with the analgesic properties is cayenne heat is known to increase endorphins in your body system. So this is why sometimes people love spicy food. They get a dose of endorphins, or take a cold shower. That stimulation of the pain hormone increases endorphins in our blood system, and that is a feel-good hormone. So cayenne pepper, it is a wonderful resource for all of us. And then next we have ginger, and ginger is a staple in medicinal and culinary worlds. It is packed with nutrients, and it is a potent healer. A cup of ginger tea is often used to relieve nausea and vomiting. And nausea and vomiting within motion sickness or morning sickness during pregnancy, or even nausea related to chemotherapy. Because what it does is it soothes the stomach and reduces the activity of neurotransmitters that message the feeling of nausea. So ginger can stimulate the production of digestive juices and enzymes, and it can actually help stimulate appetite. So if you're a cancer patient receiving chemo, you have nausea and a low appetite, ginger is your go-to to help you along in those situations. There are some compounds within ginger that alleviate pain, whether that's muscle pain or headaches or menstrual pain, because it inhibits the inflammatory pathway by reducing the production of pain-inducing compounds within the body. So it is a wonderful way to support your immune system. Ginger is just one of those easy things to have around. It tastes great. It comes in all different forms. Some studies have even shown that ginger can help regulate your blood sugars by improving your insulin sensitivity. And so it lowers that blood sugar level after meals, which is so great, especially if you're in that pre-diabetic mode. But ginger was believed to originate in Southeast Asia. It does date back to ancient times. I think traders probably really have played a significant role in spreading ginger along those trade routes. And it is available, and like I said, as a ginger root and ginger powder and supplements and a ginger tea. I tend to use the tea the most, but absolutely something that is in my medicine cabinet is ginger. And then next, more than just a pretty name, rosemary. Rosemary is a fragrant and versatile herb. It is a staple in kitchens, gardens, and herbal medicine cabinets around the world. It has these needle-like leaves and a very kind of distinct aroma. Rosemary can add depth and flavor to culinary dishes, but it can also help with so many other things. It is rich in history, steeped in folklore and traditional medicine. native to primarily the Mediterranean region, but this evergreen herb has been prized for centuries for its health benefits and aromatic qualities. So in ancient Greece and Rome, rosemary was revered for its symbolic significance, and it is associated with memory and remembrance of others and fidelity. So rosemary has two acids that give it its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. These properties have offered a range of health benefits, including the slowing of growth cancer cells in some studies, as well as lowering risk for developing tumors in others. So they have an antimicrobial and antibacterial powerful, and they've helped lower the risk of infection, help fight infections with your immune system. It is a perennial herb that's very easy to grow. It comes back every year. It loves warm, sunny locations, also well drained, and kind of a slightly acidic soil, I've noticed. It can be drought tolerant and can tolerate temperatures as low as 5 degrees. So, excuse me, talking too much. So many great plants to cover. So cilantro is also one of my favorites, and a pretty common plant that a lot of people know about its benefits, but it's known as coriander in some parts of the world. It's a really versatile herb and used in various cuisines. It's characterized kind of by its delicate citrusy flavor. It's got vibrant green leaves. Cilantro adds this kind of aromatic dimension to a lot of dishes. I love it over tacos and salsa. I love it as a garnish for soups and curries. And some people adore the taste, like me, and then other people find it completely unsavory. And it's usually like a split of both worlds. But cilantro is packed with vitamins and minerals, including vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium. And these nutrients play a really vital role in our bodily functions, such as bone health, according to some studies, immune functioning, and also antioxidant defense. So cilantro contains antioxidants, a phenolic compound called beta-carotene, which is helpful in neutralizing those free radicals that we keep talking about that are in our body. So antioxidants reduce the risk of chronic disease by getting to those free radicals and helping us with those. So it's also high in fiber, and so it can help move your digestive system, promotes regular bowel movements, and reduces symptoms of IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. So tons of different compounds can be made from it. It is fast growing. It is an annual herb. It does prefer a little bit cooler weather. I try to plant this in the early spring, but if you do not get that time window, you can always plant it late in the summer into the fall, and your cilantro will absolutely thrive. So wonderful plant to have on hand, and so many medicinal benefits. Next, let's talk about lavender. When you hear the word lavender, you probably think of like this pretty light shade of purple, but there is so much more to this herb than just its pretty color. There is little scientific evidence about the health benefits, as more word by mouth, but you hear and see people telling stories about lavender improving their mental well-being. There are some notable benefits that are documented, such as reducing anxiety and stress, promoting relaxation, better sleep quality and quantity. Many people use lavender in an essential oil or aromatherapy to induce calmness. I have like a little roller, a lavender roller with an oil that I love to use at night when I'm doing my bedtime hygiene and kind of preparing for sleep. But many people find that using lavender scented products, such as like pillows or sprays, can enhance their sleep experience. So I do think it's a wonderful one to start. It is everywhere. Growing it in your garden is delightful. It is a fragrant herb. It attracts pollinators. It's like a friend to everybody. The bees and butterflies love it, and lavender loves sunlight. It loves at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. I've got mine on the side of my outbuilding, and she's just beautiful to look at and smells great. And I just absolutely love my lavender. So another great plant to have on hand is lavender. And then next, let's talk about chamomile. It's really popular for a lot of reasons. Chamomile has some calming properties that reduce stresses, anxiety. It can promote relaxation and can help aid in better sleep. Chamomile tea is also known to help soothe digestion, bloating, gas, irritable bowel syndrome symptoms. It has this compound that possesses an anti-inflammatory property. So it is really great to use in the body for that purpose, this anti-inflammatory, whether internally or on a skin irritation or condition. It can be used for eczema or rashes or minor burns. I do know people that have used chamomile at night with their children for acne because it does have this antibacterial property. But growing chamomile is also a delight, just like lavender. It grows in full sun. It does tolerate a little bit of shade with well-drained soil. Chamomile can be used as a food or dried. You want to make sure that you harvest those flowers, though, when they're fully open before they start to fade. And you want to leave some of that stem attached. It's where the good stuff is, in the top part of that stem. And so drying chamomile flowers on a single layer and keeping them in an airtight container away from light is the best way to keep all of those good properties with your chamomile still intact over time while in storage. So chamomile, another great plant to have. Let's talk about Echinacea. So Echinacea is an immune booster that I turn to quickly with the first signs of a cold because it has been known, according to research, to reduce the duration and the severity of cold and flu. It is a natural aseptic property. It aids in wound healing. It has antimicrobial, antiviral, antifungal. It is just so optimal for any antioxidant thing that you need. You can use the entire plant, but you can also just harvest the flower and the leaves and still get a lot of benefits from that. Echinacea is a hardy perennial. It can survive cold weather. It comes in beautiful arrays of different colors. You can add it to your garden beds or I have it in my front landscaping. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is a native to the woodlands. It needs at least 4 to 8 hours of direct sunlight, but it can partially tolerate quite a bit of shade too. So Echinacea can be found in extracts, tinctures, tablets, capsules, ointments. You can find it in every form. The leaves and the flowers of the Echinacea plant are the most often used for teas. And harvesting Echinacea for tea is pretty darn simple. You can use the entire plant for that tea. Even the root has a lot of medicinal value. You just want to make sure that when you cut the flower, you cut it right below the first set of top leaves. So that first set of top leaves, you're going to cut it right underneath there because all that good stuff is right inside there. So Echinacea is another one of those wonderful plants to have on hand in your medicinal garden. And then next is another pretty common one, peppermint. Peppermint has this kind of a refreshing aroma and cooling taste. It's just a real breath of fresh air for your senses. It's versatile and components with the menthol and then methone. And it's really been cherished for centuries. You can see various uses in food and aromatherapy because of its invigorating scent. It also has been embraced for some of the potential health benefits. And then people love peppermint in a culinary, type of instance too. So it soothes various digestive issues such as indigestion and gas and bloating. It's a natural menthol. It helps relax your muscles and the digestive tract so you can promote smoother digestion. This cooling sensation can help with headaches and migraines. I like to apply just a diluted peppermint oil to my temples, or I rub it right here underneath my nose. The peppermint menthol itself can be used as a decongestant. I'm a little congested this morning. I think it's probably allergies. I rolled that on, and really just help clear up your sinuses. Quick, easy, natural, no harm is going to be done to you. Peppermint tea is also a wonderful thing to inhale and to taste, and can really be great for oral hygiene too. It can freshen your breath. It can reduce the bacteria in the mouth. It also, according to studies, has helped alleviate some gum inflammation. It's just really invigorating for your energy level. And diffusing peppermint oil or simply just inhaling it can give you kind of this quick mental boost, you know. Peppermint oil can be used topically for muscle soreness, icy hot type of thing, inflammation, tension. I love to use it on my shoulders. And it can also help with minor skin irritations. So acne, itching, irritation can be soothed with a little bit of peppermint oil. Also sunburns. I saw 2 studies that use sunburns or, you know, peppermint oil with a sunburn. They diluted it in with spray, and have really reported that that helps, you know, get some of the heat out of it. So it is popular from a culinary herb perspective. A lot of people put it in lots of different dishes, salads, sauces, candies. And it is super easy to grow also. It can be grown directly in your garden or in a container, and with little effort on your part too, because it can be an aggressive spreader. I typically will put my peppermint in a pot within my garden. And the best time to harvest these leaves, the mint leaves, is right before the flowers appear, usually kind of midway through that growing season. However, you can start collecting, you know, individual leaves as long as the plant is about 4 inches tall. So pretty quickly, you can just jump on it and start using that peppermint. A wonderful plant. All right, next let's talk about cinnamon. So cinnamon is used in flavoring and fragrances. It is a polyphenolic compound that helps us reduce inflammation. And it acts on the antioxidant part of our body. It protects our body against damage that we get from free radicals. And increasing antioxidant levels in the blood can help lower our inflammation markers like CRP, or C-reactive protein, which can help prevent and lower triglycerides and total cholesterol levels. So cinnamon has been known for a long time, and according to studies, to improve insulin sensitivity. It mimics the action of insulin itself and can help reduce the risk of insulin resistance and lowers the blood sugar in people with metabolic disease. So cinnamon is a wonderful spice. It's derived from a bushy kind of tree, from the laurel family. And it's native to tropical areas like Sri Lanka or South America, West Indies. But it can be grown in the US in warm, humid climates such as California and other southern states. Typically, it's hardy in zones 9 through 12. For those of you who don't know, in Kansas City, we're a 6B. But I'd recommend just kind of going to your neighborhood grocery store personally with this one. It comes in a variety of forms, sticks, powders, oils, and is an easy one. I like to put cinnamon in my coffee in the morning and get that anti-inflammatory help right away as I wake up to my day. So cinnamon is a wonderful one to have around. And then one of the oldest homeopathic plants used in Chinese medicine is the ginkgo tree. It can live up to be 3,000 years old. It is native to South Central and Southeast China. It's often called the living fossil because it's believed to have existed since the time of dinosaurs. And some trees in China are over 3,500 years old. The ginkgo tree can grow in the United States, particularly in moist temperature zones in the Midwest and the East. And along that Lawrence River in Canada, it's very common. But ginkgo trees were introduced to North America in 1764 and now a really, really popular ornamental tree because they're so resistant to disease and insects. And ginkgo just has so many benefits. It has antioxidants, which can cancel out the free radicals. And you know, free radicals are the molecules that can damage cells. Cigarette smoke, pollution, sunlight, all of those things all produce free radicals. And as you get older, your body loses the ability to get rid of free radicals. So these free radicals attack your brain cells and they can help lead to memory loss. So ginkgo is best known for its ability to boost brain health and slow cognitive decline in people with dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So ginkgo is widely touted as kind of this brain herb, and some studies show that it does help with memory in dementia patients. So it can be consumed a variety of ways in an oral tablet or an extract or a capsule or a tea. You just want to make sure you don't eat ginkgo raw or roasted ginkgo seeds. Those could be poisonous to your liver. So bear that in mind. Ginkgo. And then next we have flaxseed, which is also known as linseeds. They are really small. I can see them in the picture there, a nutty flavored seed from the flax plant. This is native to Middle East and Mediterranean cultures. Colonists first introduced flax to the United States primarily because of fiber for clothing. As the building industry kind of expanded, they also had a demand for linseed oil, which used to be used as a key component in paints. But flaxseed continues to be an essential ingredient in many cuisines and traditional medicines around the world. Flaxseed offers a wide range of potential health benefits due to its really big nutritional profile. So flaxseed is an excellent source of both soluble and insoluble dietary fiber. It promotes digestive regularity. It promotes preventing constipation. It just really this healthy gut biome that we know is so important since we make our feel-good hormones primarily in our gut. We want to make sure that we have the best gut health out there to be able to make lots of feel-good neurotransmitters. So the fiber and healthy fats in flaxseed can also help promote satiety and reduce appetite by making them valuable additions to the weight loss plan that you may bring on to your life. So soluble fiber in flax seeds shows that they can help reduce the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream and can help stabilize your blood sugar a little bit, as well as the omega-3 fatty acids in flax seeds can help reduce the risk of heart disease by lowering blood pressure, reducing inflammation, and improving cholesterol levels. Studies suggest that regular consumption of flaxseed may decrease the risk of heart attacks and strokes. And I'll tell you what, it is so easy to incorporate flaxseed into your diet. I like to just throw a little cup of it into my smoothie if I have one after work. You can add it, just pretty simply by sprinkling it over your oatmeal or adding it to your favorite cereal. You can put it in yogurt or cottage cheese for a nutritious and filling snack. You can also add fruit to it or honey, just kind of to bring some extra flavor to its nutty base. So flaxseed is an amazing addition. Next, we're going to talk about Fenugreek, which is native to the Mediterranean region. It is cultivated worldwide for these little seeds and its leaves. They have a distinct flavor. It's a little bit bitter, kind of nutty, but it reminds me of maple syrup. I kid you not. But due to one of the plant proteins, it's able to help us improve the function of our body's hormone insulin. So it's been found to lower and slow sugar absorption in the stomach and stimulate insulin. So both of these effects lower blood sugar in people with diabetes. It's been able to help aid in digestion and promote lactation in nursing mothers, as well as regulate blood sugar levels. Sometimes they're used with eczema and inflammation on the skin. I've seen that happen in a couple studies. But Fenugreek is a wonderful addition to anybody's arsenal of medicinal plants to have around. All right, and then another common one is aloe vera. Aloe vera is the soothing miracle, and it's also referred to as a plant of immortality. It's easily recognized with its spiky edges and its gel-filled leaves, and it's packed with antioxidants and enzymes and vitamin A and C, which make it the perfect remedy for burns and sunburns and minor wounds. But you may not know this, but its benefits are more than skin deep. See what I did there? Using an aloe vera extract acts as an effective mouthwash to decrease plaque, gum inflammation, gingivitis. It can get rid of a bunch of bacteria in your mouth. It can reduce inflammation in your gut and aid in nutrition absorption, aid in digestive functioning, relieve constipation and symptoms that are very similar to irritable bowel. Aloe juice can also have a mild laxative effect due to its natural compounds. And so it can be used really often in natural laxatives that you may find in the pharmaceutical part of your stores. So aloe is very water dense. It can help prevent or treat hydration. And staying hydrated helps keep your body detoxing and flushing out impurities. So keeping an aloe plant on your nightstand is definitely the way to go to purify the air. It releases oxygen at night and absorbs carbon dioxide. It can absolutely help with air quality. NASA keeps and considers aloe vera one of the best air purifying plants out there because it can also reduce chemicals like formaldehyde and benzene from the air, which is common in household products like detergents and paint. So aloe vera is really easy to care for, and it can be a good choice in a beginner garden. Aloe prefers bright light, indirect sunlight, and it can be used as a succulent. It can store water in their leaves, and they really don't need that much watering. Allow the soil to dry out completely before you water it again, and just make sure that your water reaches the roots and it drains out of the pool's bottom drainage hole. In the winter, aloe vera can go dormant and need even less water than what you're giving it as it is. So aloe vera, easy to care for, easy to have around, and a wonderful addition to your medicinal medications or medicinal plants. So to conclude, medicinal plants offer a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern health. The potential to enhance our well-being is immense, and it's really largely untapped. So thank you for joining me on this journey into the power of medicinal plants. I encourage you to delve deeper and experiment with these natural remedies. But first, of course, like anything, you want to make sure you consult your physician to ensure that you're safe and the plants that you're trying are appropriate for you and your individual health needs. We do have time for a couple of questions. I'd like to open up the chat to see if anybody else has added one of their favorite medicinal plants. And we thank you so much for coming today and joining us. Love to see the crowd that we have. And this is a wonderful topic and one that you can go forward and share. At the end of this production today, we will email you the YouTube link to have this class available to you so you can share with others and come back and check out the list of classes at www.nkch.org/classes. Thank you so much for your time today and have a great day.